How will reshoring impact import and export prices? Imagine a world where factories are moving back home and goods are no longer coming from overseas. How might that change the prices you see every day? Let's find out. When companies decide to bring manufacturing back to their own country, it shifts the way prices are set for both imports and exports. Usually, importing goods from abroad is cheaper because foreign countries often have lower labor and production costs. But when reshoring happens, those cheaper foreign goods are replaced by domestically made products. This often leads to higher import prices because domestic production tends to be more expensive. Think about labor costs, infrastructure expenses, and sometimes less efficient factories compared to foreign ones. These higher costs are passed on to consumers, which can push up prices overall. Now, on the export side, things get a little more complicated. Producing goods locally can mean higher costs, which might make exported products more expensive for other countries to buy. That could reduce their competitiveness. But in some cases, reshoring boosts domestic innovation and quality, especially in advanced sectors like semiconductors or aerospace. This can lead to better products that command higher prices abroad. When we look at how inflation is measured, import and export price indices come into play. If import prices go up because foreign goods are replaced with costlier domestic ones, it shows up as inflation in import price indices. Conversely, if domestic production improves and costs decrease, export prices might fall, or they could rise if quality and value increase. Several factors influence these changes. For example, reshoring reduces exposure to global supply chain disruptions and shipping costs, which have driven up import prices in recent years. Tariffs on imports can also make foreign goods more expensive, but if companies reshore, they might pay fewer tariffs, though domestic costs could still rise. Currency fluctuations matter too. A strong domestic currency makes imports cheaper and exports more expensive, influencing reshoring decisions and prices. Higher domestic labor costs and infrastructure challenges can increase production costs, affecting both import substitution and export competitiveness. In the short term, reshoring might cause prices for some consumer goods to go up, especially if they were previously imported at lower costs. But over time, stabilizing supply chains and reducing reliance on foreign sources can help moderate inflation. The overall impact on inflation depends on how much reshoring occurs, which sectors are involved, and how efficiently domestic production replaces imports. To sum up, reshoring tends to push import prices higher because it replaces cheaper foreign goods with more expensive domestic ones. Export prices can go up or down depending on how domestic costs and efficiencies change. These shifts influence key inflation indicators, making reshoring an important piece of the puzzle when understanding how prices change in the economy.